Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Wyatt. I am a singer-songwriter and a wedding singer, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I play The Closest Thing to Crazy by Katie Melua. So this is a guitar tutorial. It's definitely not a beginner level tutorial, it's more intermediate level, so I figured there are tons of beginner level lessons out there on YouTube. So the kind of thing that I want to put on my channel are the kind of videos that I wish that I had seen as I was learning some of my favourite songs. So there are a few really interesting things in this song. So one of them is that the time signature changes a couple of times. So in the verses it flips between 3/4 and 4/4, and then in the choruses 3/4, 4/4, and also a couple of bars of 2/4 as well, just to keep things exciting. Why not? And there are some really nice chords in this song. There's a nice little B13 that just sounds magical. And there are a few chords where the bass note changes. So that's fun. A couple of little things that are a bit of a challenge, a bit of a stretch. And there are a few places where you can add in some nice little embellishments as well. So if you've ever tried to play this song before and you've just given up out of sheer frustration, I feel your pain. When I first started trying to learn this song, I just couldn't understand why I couldn't get it. And then I realised, it's because the time signature keeps changing. So get a good ear on the song, and the more you listen to it and the more you get comfortable with that, the less you'll notice those kind of changes in time signature, and it all becomes this just beautiful flow. So the version that I'm going to teach you is a version that I play when I'm performing solo. So the original recording has 3 guitar parts. There's like a strummed part, there's a finger-picked part, and there's this kind of solo lead part over the top that just adds in all those beautiful little twiddly bits. When I've seen Katie Melua on YouTube playing live versions of this song, she often has another guitarist with her playing all those extra parts as well. So the version that I'm going to be teaching you is kind of a little mix between the finger picking part that she usually plays, adding in a couple of those nice little licks and things to make it a bit more fun. I've put a link to a chord chart in the description so that you've got something to play along to. I would recommend that you have that in front of you as you're learning to play this song, because like I said, it changes time signature a few times and it's very easy to get lost if you haven't got that in front of you when you're learning. So if you've got your chord chart ready and you're ready to go, let's get cracking. So let's take a look at the finger picking pattern for this song. So I predominantly play the same thing with the right hand all the way through. So if I'm rooting off of an E string, so for example this E chord, then I'm going to use my thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, each taking a string each. I'm starting with the thumb, middle finger and ring finger, playing those 3 at the same time, then playing the index finger on its own, then the middle finger and the ring finger again, and the index finger again. And that is it. So it sounds like this. If I'm playing a chord that is rooted off the A string, so for example an A chord or a B chord, let's go for this B chord, I'm just moving my fingers 1 string down, but playing the same pattern. Sometimes when I go to the A chord, I will play and then hop my fingers down on the 3rd beat to get those 2 higher strings that just make it a little bit different. So have a play around and see what you like the sound of in terms of finger picking pattern. Let's have a look now at the chords. So for the intro, we're starting with our E for 2 beats, B for 2 beats, then an E for 4 counts. To make this more interesting, you can either add your G sharp in the bass, so putting your little finger all the way over there onto the 4th fret of the E string, or you can play 2 beats on the E and then play a little melody, which is just putting the little finger on. So we're playing the G string with the 1st finger on, as we would in our E chord, adding the little finger to the 2nd fret, taking it off, and then coming up a string to play that E. Moving to the A for 4 counts. And if you want to make this more interesting, there's that little migration of the fingers down to those higher strings on the 3rd beat there. And then you can add in that little bit of melody by just playing the B string with this finger on the A chord, taking it off, and then moving up a string to play that A note. Coming to your E over B. I'm calling it an E over B because I am playing an E shape here, but I'm actually not playing E as the root note, I'm playing this B as the root note. So we've just played our A into that E over B, which completes that da da dum da bit of the melody. B. The verse is a little bit different because it starts off in 3/4 time, moves to 4/4 time, comes back again, and flits back and forth between 3/4 and 4/4. So the first bar is 1 beat on the E, straight to the B7 over F sharp. So all I'm doing is hopping this finger up, hopping this finger down, bringing the thumb over the top for 2 beats there. Then coming to your E major or your E over G sharp for 4 counts, because it's gone back to 4/4 time. And then it goes back to 3/4, you've got 3 beats on an A, back to E for 4. Then 3 beats, you're going to go C sharp minor for 2 of them. Then you've got a choice, you can either go B major for the 3rd beat, or from the C sharp minor, you can do a C sharp minor over B, which means we're going to keep this shape here, but we're going to play it with the first 3 fingers. So just like you're playing an A minor, basically, and then bring your little finger up onto the B all the way up here. And then we're going to the A. So your 2 options there, you've got C sharp minor for 2, B to the A, or C sharp minor for 2, to the C sharp minor over B, then the A. I think the C sharp minor over B sounds prettier, but it's harder to play and it's harder to get in the flow of it if you're singing at the same time as well. Then we've got our G sharp minor for 2 beats, B9, E, and then B. So the only difference I would make to that ending when I'm coming out of the verse and into the chorus, sometimes instead of just playing that B, I'll play a B7 with these 3 fingers for 1 of the beats, and then a B sus4, bringing it in for the last beat when it's got that pick up into the chorus. This is the closest thing to crazy. When it comes into the chorus, the first part is mostly in 4/4 time, and then it starts to go 3/4, 4/4, 2/4, 4/4. It's a bit all over the place. So follow your chord chart. That'll keep you knowing where you're going. The most interesting parts of the chorus, apart from obviously changing time signature all over the place, in the first part of the chorus, we're coming to this C sharp sus2, which is a really nice chord. It's kind of like a power chord, but we're just flattening this, barring this first finger. Ooh. Sounds so pretty. And then our F sharp minor, and then this is probably my favorite bit of the song. We've got a B13, so kind of like a B7 bar chord shape, but add your little finger on the B string for 2 beats, then take it off, so you've got your B7. Oh, it's so jazzy and lovely. The next 4 bars are pretty similar, so we've got our E. Then we've got that C sharp sus2. And then you'll notice in the next bar I've written G sharp in brackets at the end of that bar. And that's because we're going to play our F sharp minor for the first 3 beats, or F sharp minor 7. Then add this root note of G sharp, just as a little transition to the A minor. Then we're going into 3/4 for that A minor. Bar of 2. When it comes to this C, what I like to do is do the first 2 beats normal and then add my little finger down here to get that little bit of flavour. Being close to craziness and being close to you. So this next bit here, it only happens once in the song when you're coming out of the first chorus into the second bits of the verses. So it starts with your E for 2 beats, then your B7 over F sharp for 2 beats, 4 beats on the E over G sharp. So if you don't want to reach a little finger up there, just play an E. So this next bit's really fun. We've got our A sus4 to the A minor, and then da 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 dum, leading us to the next chord. So we're just using the index finger and the little finger to make this melody. So we're starting with the C, take it off for that open B, put it back for the C, little D, take it off for that B. Now that B is actually going to coincide with when you're moving your hand up to this E shape. So we've got, those other notes of the E chord there, and I'm actually playing an E over B really because I'm playing this B as the root note instead of this E. There's one more little twiddly bit before it goes back into the verse. So we're on our E chord and we're playing this note here, which is our A flat, and then we're adding our little finger to make it an A. Then we're playing the B string open, coming back to this A, taking it off to make it an A flat, and then hopping up a string to the E. From the A sus4, the final bit of the song is the coda. I would say outro, but my friend Daryl hates it when I say outro because it's not an outroduction, he says. So the coda is a little bit at the end, which is quite nice, stays in 4/4 time. So instead of the linking section that we've just done, that went between the chorus and the verse, it goes straight from that B, the 2 beat bar of B, the 2 beat bar of B goes into the coda, which we've got E for 2 beats, C sharp minor, A, B, E, C sharp minor. Then the last bit, we've got 2 beats on A, and then I tend to just hop this entire shape up a string, add my little finger, play these 4 strings, and then the E to finish. And that's it. That's the whole song. If you want to have a listen to me playing the whole thing, then you can find a link to that in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. If you did, please be sure to subscribe and comment and like it and all that kind of stuff. And I will see you again for another video very, very soon. If you would like to support my channel, please have a look at the link in the description where I've got a link to my Ko-fi page where you can support my work. Thank you so much. You can also find my music online through all the streaming services, and have a listen to my album on Spotify and all that kind of stuff if you wanna. Okay, thanks guys. See you later.